It's your girl Sonja J. As you can see from the title, I'm back with another review video today. It's another Teen Mom review, but it's the season finale. So this is going to be one of my last reviews until the season comes back up. Well, obviously they have a reunion coming up next week, so I'm going to review that. But then after that, the season will be over. We'll have to wait a few months. I don't know how long it'll take for the next season. So this is one of my last episode review videos, whatever the fuck I'm trying to say, until the season comes back on. So we got a lot to uncover. It was the season finale, so we got a lot to talk about. And I'm about to go to bed, so that's why I'm in my room. And yeah, so let's talk about it. All right, so as I normally do, I go girl by girl, and tonight we're gonna start out with Kayla. Yo, like I said, man, I'm so fucking tired of Stefan. Like, oh, I'm so tired of him. I'm praying next season they barely show him. Like, dead ass. I can't stand that nigga. And I say nigga strongly because he's a nigga, an ignorant fuck. I can't stand him. I can't. And I know he's young, and I know he's probably been through some things, which is why he has so much fucking anger built up, and which is why he is the way he is. But at the same time, it's like, in some instances, I'll keep it real. In some instances, I do feel a little bit bad for him, because it must suck to walk around with that much anger in you. Like, you could tell he's angry. You could tell he just reads anger. He just reads it. You can tell he's unhappy with his life, unhappy with himself. You could tell that there's just a lot of shit missing, and there's a lot of shit going on with him. And I'm not gonna lie, I mean, in a way, I do a little bit feel bad for him, because it must suck. It really must suck to really be that unhappy within yourself and that angry all the time. And it's just like you're always just walking around like a fucking linebacker. Like, that must be stressful. That must be unhappy. And I lightweight feel bad for him. Like, I honestly do. Lightweight. But at the same time, where the feeling bad for him a little bit stops, when you portray your problems onto other people who don't deserve it. Especially people who've actually helped you and been there for you and birthed your child. Case in point, your baby mama, Kayla. She didn't deserve half the shit you did to her. And I do feel a little bit bad for you, Stefan, and I get it. You've probably been through some shit, and you're probably angry about some shit you've been through. But that's not Kayla's problem. That's not her fault. And all the problems you put on her and all the bullshit you put on her is bullshit. So that's just how I feel about him and his bullshit. But in regards to the show, in this episode, we start off with them still at the birthday party. You know, I guess Stefan is standing there looking like a fucking creep. He literally just, even the way he was standing there, like when Kayla was like walked away and was with her friends and her boyfriend, it was like, even though I understand he was standing there waiting for his ride, but he just looked hella creepy and narcissistic. Like the way he was just standing there looking. It was just like, nigga, go sit down. Like, can you sit on the curb or go get a fucking beverage in the party? Go get a snack. Like, you look weird. You look creepy, my nigga. You just standing there just looking hella creepy and just standing there looking hella mad. Like, go get a beverage. Sit on the curb. Do something else. You look creepy. Get out of here. I can't. And, you know, Kayla tried to take Isaiah away from Luke real quick because she seen Stefan was watching. So she didn't want things to get worse. So she was just like, give me the baby. I understand why she did that. I get it. But it's like, if you feel that strongly about what Stefan says and you're still scared or worried about what he's going to say, you shouldn't have gave him the baby to begin with. You should have waited till he left to give Luke the baby. And if you was going to give him the baby, then you just going to have to sit in that. Like, Kayla, you going to have to pick, sis. You going to have to pick whether or not you going to care about Stefan's feelings, and you're going to try to, you know, hide things or keep things on the low so it become more drama. Or you going to just do you and do what you want to do, and who gives a fuck what he thinks, and you going to have to just keep the bitch in line, okay? You going to have to pick, Kayla. Either you got to pick. You can't do this limbo shit. If you gonna move on, move the fuck on. Fuck his feelings, fuck how he feels. But if you still care about how he feels and you worried about him seeing, you know, somebody else doing what he should be doing, then maybe you're not ready to move on. You need to pick. Like, if you're gonna move on, move the fuck on. If you're not, then don't, but pick. But I get it, you know. It's a hard situation. And thankfully, I'm not in a situation where I'm in baby daddy mama drama. So I don't know nothing about that. I don't know what that's like, and I pray I never have to. But I know from what I see and from what it is, like, it's a hard situation, you know, and especially with being so young, it's a hard situation and it's confusing. So, you know, it sucks. But she gonna have to decide. You moving on, or you still in limbo trying to figure out how you feel about Stefan. But you're gonna have to pick. Because at this point, it's like Stefan's already proved himself. So you're going to have to deal with that if you're still in limbo and you want to deal with that. If you're not, then who gives a fuck about how he feels, regardless if Luke is holding Isaiah or not, and move on and do you. And fuck Stefan's feelings. So Stefan finally leaves. The party's over. And then Kayla and her mom get in an embarrassing argument again with the arguing, but this time it was in front of everybody, so it was like fucking embarrassing damn near. Like, I was watching it cringing, like, oh, come on. Okay, like, I don't even, like, there's different angles you can look at the argument. I don't really even, like, I know what I want to say, but there's different ways to look at it, so let's just get into it. I feel like, okay, in that particular situation, I feel like the mom, you went in on Kayla at the wrong time. Like, you could have waited till you got home, or you could have waited till you guys got in the car to have that conversation. You didn't have to have that conversation in front of everybody at the party. So that, I'll say the mom was in the wrong for bringing it up at the wrong time. That part, she was wrong. Not for bringing it up, but at the time she did, in front of everybody. But I mean, I understand her being concerned and her asking questions about it. I just feel like it was the wrong time. And then with Kayla, it's like, I feel like the way she talks to her mom, I don't like it. But at the same time, it's like, I understand why she was upset and she was getting frustrated. You know, she was probably embarrassed and she was feeling like, fuck, like, mom, why do you have to fucking argue with me in front of all my friends and in front of everybody? Like, we couldn't talk about this when we got home. And then also she felt like on top of being annoyed and embarrassed, it was like she was still kind of annoyed with what happened earlier with Stefan being there. You know, that was still annoying that he did all the shit he did. And, you know, she kind of, guess, was just trying to like brush it under the rug or whatever until she got home. I don't know. But I understand why Kayla was annoyed, and I understand why she felt the way she felt. But I don't like the way she talks to her mom. And yeah, I don't like it. I don't believe in kids cussing at their parents. I don't care how mad you are. I don't care what's going on. I mean, unless your parent is like literally hurting you, like physically, or I don't know. Like, I'm really not into like you cussing at your parents. Like, and it'd be probably different maybe if Kayla wasn't raised with her mom and her mom wasn't there for her, and she was just like one of those moms that just come in and out. Then it's like, you weren't really a mom to me, so I don't really care to respect you. In situations like that, I can understand, because there are parents out here who are not parents to their children. So I can understand in certain situations. But Kayla's mom actually raised her, and, you know, she still lives with her to this day. So it's like, you don't have to cuss at your mom. I get what you're saying. I get your point. You don't have to do that. I just don't like when she does that. That shit's kind of uncomfortable. Their whole argument, every time they argue, it's kind of uncomfortable. Because it's kind of like, I see Kayla's mom's point majority of the time, but it's like the way she tries to tell Kayla is always wrong. It's like either she picks the wrong time, or it's like the way she says it, it's like, that's not gonna work. And then with Kayla, it's like, you know, I feel for her. I really do. You know, she's going through a lot, and she's new at adulting and being a mom and all the shit. But at the same time, it's like some of the way she barks back at her mom, I don't like. It's like, you don't have to cuss at her. You don't have to, you know, so their relationship is kind of confusing. But it gets worse. She finds out, I guess, eventually, like shortly after the birthday party, I guess Kayla, you know, Stefan, I guess, wanted to see Isaiah. come over and see Isaiah for a minute. And I guess Kayla's mom wasn't there. So Kayla just figured, okay, whatever, you can come see your son. And she said it was only for like 10 minutes or whatever, but you know, she allowed him to come over and see him. And yeah, but then I guess somehow the mom found, I'm sure Kayla probably told Devin or Annabella, and Annabella or Devin told her mom. Because Kayla's friends are also Kayla's mama's friends, okay? They all are buddy-buddy, all of them. They might as well all go out and go on girls' dates because they're all friends, okay? Kayla tells her friends something, her friends tell her mom. So, I mean, it is what it is, I guess. They're all friends. So, somebody told Kayla's mom, I don't know which friend it was, and Kayla's mom was like, okay, you keep playing with me. And you keep thinking I'm cool with this stuff and shit. Okay, I'll show you. I'm kicking you out. I said, damn, mama, you ain't fucking around. Damn. Like, okay. There's two ways I feel about this, but it's like, I'm gonna be honest. I don't feel like Kayla's mom really kicked her out because she really wants to kick her out. I think she really did it just out of spite and also just to teach her a lesson. Like, just, okay, you think I'm playing? Okay, get out of here. I honestly don't think she really means it. I think she's just more so saying it because she feels like Kayla's not taking her seriously with not having Stefan around in the house. So I don't think it was really, she really wants to kick her out. Because just a couple weeks ago, she was complaining about the fact that, well, now she did say that if you move out, that's fine, but I'm not going to pay your bills. But at the same time, Kayla feels like her mom wants her to stay. And I could probably see that. She probably doesn't want her to move out. Because you could kind of tell, even though they argue, they also are reliant on each other. And they're kind of like mother-daughter friends. I mean, you can see she hangs out with her daughter's friends. So yeah, I don't think she really wants to kick her out because she doesn't want her there, or because, and I don't think she really means it. I think it's more so like, I'm annoyed that the fact that Stefan keeps bringing his annoying ass around and you keep allowing it. So out of spite, you're gonna have to go for now. I feel like she's gonna probably let her back in the house soon. It's just, she's just mad and she's just tired of Stefan. And like, in my opinion, I feel like, okay, there's so many ways we can look at this, really. So like, I don't want to spend like the whole time talking about this because this video will be dummy long. But it's the finale, so let's get into it. I feel like, I don't even know what I want to say, to be honest, because it's like, I don't know. Like, okay, looking at it from Kayla's point of view, I would be mad as fuck. Looking at it from Kayla's point of view, I would feel like, and I'm sure she does feel like, because she said it multiple times, that it's not even really that her mom is not cool with Stefan being around the house. It's really, honestly, the mom just doesn't want Stefan around, period. She really doesn't want him around. You could tell, like, every time she even mentions Stefan's name, she's tight. Like, she hates him, and I get it. I hate him, too. I don't even know him, and I hate him. Okay, I'm going too far. I don't hate him. I don't hate nobody. But I can't stand him. I can't stand him, and I hate the way he treats Kayla. I hate that. I hate that. I don't hate him, though. I don't hate nobody, you know. We're all God's creatures. We're all humans, and we all fuck up from time to time. And, you know, honestly, in all honesty, you know what? I'm going to pray for Stefan. After I'm going to pray for him. That's what I'm going to do. Because he needs prayers. And that's what I'll do. But I don't hate the guy. But I don't like the way he treats Kayla. I hate the way he treats Kayla. I hate the way he treats Kayla's mom. And I can't stand him. And so I understand why Kayla's mom can't stand him. But at the same time, it's like, Kayla's mom, you have to understand, Stefan, regardless of how you feel about him, at the end of the day, he's sperm donor number one. You know, he's baby daddy. He is. We don't like it, but he is. And you can't undo that. Regardless of how you feel, you can't undo that. So it's like, you can't be mad at Kayla every time Stefan comes around, because it's like, he has to come around. He has a son with her. He ain't a good father, but he is a father. So with that being said, he has the right to come around. Now, if Kayla put a restraining order in, on him, or, you know, you know, had, you know, made sure he didn't come around, or she had full custody or something like that, then that'd be different, you know? Then it's like, okay, you're not doing your job and we don't want you around, so you shouldn't be around. But obviously, Kayla didn't put the restraining order on him, and she does want him to be around for Isaiah. So it's like, we all don't like him, and I understand you hate him, but at the same time, he's Kayla's father, so you can't get mad at Kayla every time he comes around. I mean, not Kayla's father, I'm sorry, Isaiah's father. So you can't get mad at Kayla every time he comes around, because that's her baby daddy. And regardless of how good or bad of a father he is, he's Isaiah's father. So it's like, you know, and it's like, I feel like when parents do the whole, you can't bring him around my house shit is kind of dumb. Because it's like, let's be real. Like, as parents, we forget sometimes that we were once teenagers. That we're all humans. And that we all have emotions and needs. We forget that as parents. It's like, you think as a parent, like, oh, that's my daughter, she needs to do what I say, and blase, blase. But at the same time, your daughter is her own human. She's her own person, her own woman with her own needs. She needs and does her own things for herself. So it's like, and in this situation, she is a mother, too, to add on top of that. So it's like, she's going to make her own decisions, and sometimes you're not going to like them, but that's just what it is. And just to let you know, I don't have pants on, but you're not seeing my underwear. This is my shirt. I just got out the shower, so that's why I'm in my room. I'm chilling, but all you see is leg. It's all good. But yeah, so my thing, yeah, I just feel like with this, I feel like with parents, with Kayla's mom and also other parents, like Ashley's mom, Pastor T, when you try to do the whole he can't come around my house shit, it's kind of stupid, and I'm gonna just be honest, it is kind of stupid. Because we all know from Kayla's mama's experiences, from Pastor T's mama's experiences, from my mama's experiences, everybody's experience. When you tell somebody they can't do something, what the fuck do they do? Go and do it. Oh, he can't come to the house. Okay, that's cool. He can't come to the house. I'm going to his. Oh, we can't go to his house. Okay, we gonna go in the car. We gonna go to the park. Bitch, we as humans, we find a way to get what we need. So with that being said, when parents do this, they can't come to the house shit, it's kind of stupid, especially when there's kids involved. You know, I can see if it was just her boyfriend, then it's like, you know what, you can't come to the house and you don't need to be there. Okay, I can see that. But when there's kids involved, it's like, that's kind of dumb, because that's the kid's father. So like, you're kind of, come on. And I get he did beat on her and he hit her and all this shit. I get that. But at the same time, he's Isaiah's father. And Kayla's not going to stop seeing him. We all know that, because he's Isaiah's father. So it's kind of a little bit dumb to do this he can't come to the house shit when it's like, you know, Kayla's still going to see him. So yeah. And I kind of feel like her kicking her out was like a little extra. But I feel like I said, she did it more so out of spite. I don't think she really meant it. She just did it out of spite. But it's like, that's not the wrong way to get the message across to your daughter, because you just make your daughter feel like she can't trust you, and you make her feel like she can't rely on you when she really needs it. And you also make your daughter feel like, well, damn, you don't want me to be around my baby's father at all, but I'm going to do it because that's my baby's father. So it's like, you're kind of making your daughter go against you purposely, because it's like, she has no choice. You guys, we have to understand as parents, like, I get it, this your kid, you birthed them and you look at them like, that's mine, I don't want nobody to touch my child. But at the same time, our children are their own people. They're their own humans with their own needs, their own emotions, their own feelings. And you have to remember that. We're gonna move on. All right, so now we're gonna talk about Lexi. So it opens up and Lexi and Tyler are talking, and we get to hear more insight on Tyler's relationship with his mom. And it really opens up, like, hearing this, it really opens up and shows us why Tyler thinks the way he thinks. Why he's always getting on Lexi's case about how she's so close to her mom and she's on her mama's titty, and how he doesn't understand why her mom is so willing to do so much for her, even though she has a child now. And you understand, you know, his mom ain't there for him, period. She ain't there for him. She never really has been. And when she does come around, it's because she needs something. Wow, I didn't know it was that deep, but it is that deep. But what interested me more in that conversation, what's the word I'm looking for? Bitch, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but basically what drew my attention the most, other than that conversation he was having with Lexi, is what Lexi said afterwards. She was like, well, I didn't know that. I never thought to ask, or I never seen this side of you. And I was just thinking, like, that proves my point. I remember like weeks ago, maybe a month ago or whatever, one of these reviews I did on the Teen Mom Show, and I said, Lexi and Tyler's relationship is kind of like a little kid relationship. It's not really a real relationship. It's kind of just like they're two young kids that are together and they have a baby in the backseat. That's what their relationship gives. Like, even with her saying that. Like, and I get it, you know, they are young, and it's not like they've been together for years and years. So it's not like they know each other's most deep, dark secrets and each other's, you know, everything. But at the same time, they've been together for at least 2 years by now. And that's long enough of a time to know about someone's relationship with their family or whatever. And it's kind of like, it just proved my point. Like, you guys aren't really, in my opinion, their relationship isn't really a real relationship. Like, I'm not saying their relationship isn't a real relationship, but what I mean by that is, like, the way they move and operate, you can just kind of tell that it's just very, like, young-minded. Their relationship's very young-minded. Like, I even could tell you from my own experience, like, I met my husband when I was 17, and we got married when I was 19. And I'm gonna tell you, by the time we got married, from 17 to 19, that's 2 years, I knew everything about him. I knew everything about him. I knew about his family history. I knew about everything. Like, I mean, not everything, but you know what I mean. Like, I knew his relationship with his mom. I knew his relationship with his brothers. I knew his relationship with his aunties. I knew his family history. I knew everything I needed to know before I became his wife, before I had his baby. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you have a baby with somebody, you don't even know the relationship between them and their mother. Like, how you been with somebody, you've been laying up with somebody, have a baby with somebody, and you didn't even know that you didn't even know the reason why him and his mom are not close like that. Like, that's something you should know, you know? And that just let me know and further prove my point that their relationship is kind of immature. It's like little kid shit. Like, it does. Now, I will say this, though. I'm not going to get on them too hard, because I will say this. It does look like and seem like within the last maybe 3 episodes that their relationship is kind of a little bit more mature, and they're trying to, like, you know, make more adult moves. Like, you know, now that Lexi has a job, you know, her and Tyler work out a schedule. They communicate more about what they're going to do, because it's like, you know, she has limited time because she works, and he has limited time because he goes to school, and I think he works. So it's like, when you have limited time, you have to schedule things out, and you have to make more plans and talk to each other more about things. So with that being said, it does look like within the past couple episodes that their relationship is maturing more, and that they are acting more like a couple. But before, nah, hell no. That relationship was just hella weird to me. Like, it was like they barely touched each other. They barely holding hands. Tyler was hella standoffish, never wanted to do anything with her. Only gave her a promise ring if she didn't hang out with him or call him or bug him for a whole day. Like, that's weird shit to me. You didn't even know why he wasn't close to his mother. Like, you know, that shit you should know. That shit y'all should be talking more and pillow talking more. Like, that's all you do when you get in a when you first get in a relationship. That's pretty much all you do is cupcake and pillow talk on the phone and in person and talk about everything under the sun. So I'm just like, how you miss that information? I ain't mad at it. It is what it is. You know, some people are closed off and they don't give all their tea in the beginning. I get that. But at the same time, it just proved my point that they just two young kids trying to figure it out together with a baby in the back. Because I'm telling you, I married my husband at 19, but before we got married, I knew everything I needed to know. So it's just kind of like, but hopefully after a while, you know, they their relationship matures more, and, you know, they make more of a progress. And so with that being said, Tyler decides not to invite his mom to Tobias' his first birthday because he ain't fucking with her like that. He never really did. And, you know, it is what it is. And like I said before in some other videos, probably these type of videos, I'm sure, these reviews, like, this is my belief. This ain't everybody's belief, but this is my belief, and I'm sticking to it. I don't care. I don't care. Unless only people that get a pass, in my opinion, is your kids, because you know you birthed them. They came out of you. They're a part of you, and your parents and your sisters and stuff like that is too. But it's a difference because you didn't birth them. You know, your kids you gave birth to. You had them in your belly, or if you're a man, you had them in your dick, and you fucked to get them out. Like, they're in you, inside of you. So that makes sense for you to never cut your kid off. I would never cut my son off. So I get that. But other than your children, the way this world works and the way life is, I don't care if you're my mama, my brother, my sister, or my friend. If you're not doing right by me and all you do is cause me stress and headache, cut it, cut it, cut it. Girl, lately I've been dreading getting to Ashley because it's gotten too real too fast. And girl, all right, let's get into it. So it starts out with Ashley talking to Chris, her sis, and you know, Chris and Ashley's, you know, telling her about her and Bar's progress, and she tells her, I guess, that she plans on going to an anger management class with him, and you know, they're just trying to like work on themselves separately, but at the same time trying to co-parent. And you know, Chris explains how she feels about that and talks about her feelings, and you know, she ain't fucking with Bar. She ain't fucking with Bar either, and I get it. I fucking get it, you know. And, you know, I feel like with Chris, though, it really hurt her feelings. And like she said to her mom when they had that FaceTime, like, you know, she really did care about Bar. And she really, like, respected him and their relationship. And, you know, was rooting for them. And even told her sister to work it out. And she feels bad, like, damn, I really cared about that nigga. I was really rooting for them. And I even wanted her to get back with you at some point. Not with the abuse thing, but before that, I guess they had other problems. And to know that you turn around and hit my sister and beat on her like that, not once but twice, like, man, you fucked up. I fucking get it, Chris. I fucking get it. I fucking get it. You know, I get it. You know, I would be pissed the fuck off too, and I wouldn't want to fuck with you anymore either. Like, and you could tell, like, Chris really fucked with Bar. Like, Chris and Bar was like real tight. They was tight. You know, they was tight. They really fucked with each other. So it's like they had a bond, and he fucked that up. He fucked that up. Like, damn, Bar, you fucked up. We was all rooting for you. You fucked it up, my nigga. You fucked it up. But anyways, then Pastor T, Ashley's mama, and Chris get on the FaceTime, and they start talking to each other about how they feel. Ciao. Let me just say, it hurt my feelings to see Pastor T cry. I didn't like seeing Mama T cry. It hurt my feelings because as a parent, I know it has to be hard, and I pray I don't ever have to deal with this in life. But as a parent, I know it has to be hard to see and to know that your child is dealing with somebody who physically abuses them, and you can't do anything to stop it. You try to help your child. You try to say, you can stay here with me. You don't got to pay for rent. I help you and baby. It's good. And then go back. And you don't even know how to fix it. That's got to hurt. Like, no, seriously. Like, if you really think about that from a parent's point of view, that's got to hurt. You birth your child. You raise your child. You want to save and protect your child from any harm, any danger. And then your child grows up and lays down and has a baby with someone who abuses them. That's got to fucking hurt. That's gotta fucking hurt. And that hurt my feelings seeing Mama T cry. That really hurt my feelings. I was like, damn, Mama T, don't cry. Don't cry. I know. And, you know, her and Chris was just saying how they felt. And they ain't fucking with Bar. And I get it. I fucking get it. I get it, you know, he fucked up. I'm mad at him too, y'all. I'm mad at him too. All the way in Cali. I'm mad. I'm mad with you. So I get it. Oh wait, no, they're in Cali too. They're in Vallejo. Never mind. But yeah, I get it. I get it. Could y'all please explain to me what the fuck was that fucking anger management counselor? What the fuck was that? You don't know how irritated I was when that scene was going on. I was so fucking irritated. I was like, what the fuck? Who the fuck is this Joker? Who the fuck is this Joker? And I'm not even trying to talk about the guy because, you know, that's probably all his job requires. Just the basics. But at the same time, I'm annoyed because I feel like, no, hell no, I don't give a fuck if that job only requires the basics. Fuck that. Bar and people like Bar who are, you know, either trying to get clean or trying to heal from trauma or whatever the fuck it is they went through, trying to get anger management because they have, like, for real anger issues, or trying to learn how to not be abusive, whatever you want to call it. People like him who have problems and go to an outreach or a facility to seek help, they need counselors who actually counsel and know what the fuck they're doing. I don't know what the fuck that guy was. Like, that scene really pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie, that scene pissed me off, and I'm gonna tell you why. It pissed me off because it's like, there's people out here like Bar and other people like Stefan, Sean, people who really need help, who have anger management issues, drug issues, whatever. And you put fucking counselors in the facility who aren't good at their job. So you're sending people in here who really need help to be counseled by people who can't help them. Just to send them back out in the world to do the same shit. Like, comment down below if I'm tripping. But I know I'm not. That fucking anger management counselor was a fucking joke. He was a joke. That scene irritated me because he was a joke. And then not only that, it's like Ashley and Bar are not in a place where they need to be worried about their relationship, and Ashley is trying to figure this shit out, and she doesn't need anything confusing her even more. So it's like, if they go to a counselor to seek help, I'm gonna need that counselor to actually know how to counsel. What the fuck? Bitch, I could have did better than that. If that's what they're hiring, I could have did better than that. First off, I thought this was an anger management class. So why the fuck did you have Ashley and Bar turn around and hold hands like they was about to get married, talking about, but he might as well said, do your vows. Read your vows. Because that's exactly what it looked like. It looked like a couples counseling session, and they got married at the end of the session. That's what that looked like. I thought it was an anger management class. I thought Ashley was supposed to just sit in as he did his anger management class. I didn't see him talk about much anger management. It was more so bullshit on the board. Bar didn't even know how to answer the fucking questions. My husband walked by and was laughing like, he couldn't even answer it. He did answer them, but barely. The guy was mediocre as fuck. I damn near don't even believe he gave him homework because he put those bullet points up, and Bar looked like he ain't never seen those bullet points before. And then when he asked Bar to answer the questions, he couldn't even answer them because he said he didn't have no answer. And the guy gave an answer for him. So what work has been done? Like, I'm trying to understand. Like, that counselor was a joke. I honestly feel like he probably just came in that day and seen Bar probably for the first time and just made some shit up just to make it look like he's been helping him when really he hasn't. And that was just a joke. Like, that whole scene was a joke, and it pissed me off because it's like, you got a counselor in here who's mediocre as fuck and really isn't counseling nobody, telling these two young people who really need guidance to, I don't even know what he told them. But it was all bullshit. It was just bullshit. Like, it's supposed to be an anger management class, but yet you're doing a couples counseling session that you're not qualified to do, by the way. You damn near married them. That's what it looked like. You were telling them to do their vows. Like, I was not here for that. And you can clearly tell that Bar really hasn't changed. And you want to know how I know? He couldn't even answer the questions. I don't know what to say. Or, I couldn't find nothing. And then when he had them turn and ask what they both want, from each other or whatever the fuck he asked them. And Bar was hesitant. Like, and it's not, that doesn't mean that he hasn't changed, but it does show that he hasn't grown much. And if you haven't grown much, you haven't changed. So I guess it does mean that. He hasn't changed much. I mean, he still has a lot of soul searching. He still has a lot of finding himself to do. You could tell, and obviously that's what it is, because one, he has horrible counselors helping him. And then two, it's only been like a couple of weeks. So it's like, you can't change and be a better person within a couple of weeks. You could do better, but you can't do no whole 180 like that within a couple of weeks. Like, he still needs time, Ashley. And I really pray, I hope and pray that Ashley gives him that time, because it does look like they're getting closer. But at the same time, it's like, you know, they do have to co-parent. I get that. You know, I get she still needs to talk to him. They do have a daughter. You know, she's trying to co-parent with him. And I do get that. I get that, and I get it all. But at the same time, after seeing that counseling session, it does scare me to think that she's going to get right back with him. And also, it scares me that Bar's even getting help at that center, because it's like, if that's the counselor you have, you don't have much hope, buddy, because he ain't shit. That shit really irritated me. I was just like, who is this mediocre nigga trying to give them couples counseling? He's not even qualified, not doing a good job. Bar barely knows what's going on. And you just married these two at the end of the counseling session for whatever reason. It really looked like he just married them. Like, they were reading their vows to each other. Like, I didn't get it. But, you know, Ashley and Bar are doing the best they can to co-parent separately. And they said, you know, they're separate but together. That's what Ashley said. So we're going to see how it plays out. And I wish nothing but the best for Ashley. And I hope Bar really does get it together and find a different center, because that counselor and all that shit, it ain't it. So we gonna move on. Okay, so now we're with Jade, and you know, Sean is still doing the treatment center, the treatment facility he's going. You know, he's doing better, she says. He's treating her better and all the shit. But she wants him to get a real job. She needs help with the finances, you know, I get it. And she needs him to get a real job. She feels like everything's on her, and yeah, that's what she needs for him right now, I feel like, in order to make the next step. Understandable. Jade also says that her grandma is in the clear, thankfully. Thank God. Thank God. Grandma's in the clear. And she didn't actually have cancer, but she had cancerous cells. So they did an emergency surgery, got the cancerous cells out. She should be fine soon. So I'm glad. Amen. That's a great thing. But in the meantime, now her mom comes back needing shit. Her mom, you know, I guess comes to the house because she needs to put her stuff in the basement or whatever. And while she's there, she sees Sean, and I guess has a little talk with Sean, and tells him how she feels, you know, about how she feels like Jade doesn't ever give her a chance, and like Jade's always riding her about, you know, her past and all the shit. And Sean was kind of like, you could tell Sean didn't really want to get into it. He didn't really want to say much, but he did, you know, say something that he felt was, you know, something that needed to be said. And he was like, well, maybe if you came around more, she wouldn't feel that way. And Jade's mom was kind of like, well, I mean, I don't come around because she makes me feel like she doesn't want me around. Understandable, you know. Their relationship, honestly, is just a tough one. They got one of those type of relationships where it's like a love-hate thing. And, you know, I mean, in all honesty, you really, if you want to blame it on somebody, I mean, really blame it on Jade's mom. Because it's like, at the end of the day, you're the mom, you birthed her. You set the precedence of how your relationship was going to be because you weren't there when you should have been. So, you know, Jade just treats you how she knows how to treat you, to be honest. But Jade's doing the best she can. You know, she's still doing a good job. She's still there for her mom. She still helps her mom when she needs it. She may yell at her and cuss her out in the meantime, but she is there for her and helps her when she needs it. It's just she gets frustrated after a while because it's like, and that would be frustrating, period. You know, it's like, fuck, you're supposed to be my mom. I'm supposed to come to you when I need help. Instead, it's the opposite. And it's like, at the same time, I just had a child myself, and I'm trying to work shit out in my own household, and then you keep coming, dropping shit off, asking for money. Like, that's stressful, you know. And of course her mom doesn't take that into account, but she should. But you know, her mom's struggling to get back on her feet. You know, they had a talk at lunch, and Her mom kind of started crying a little bit. I mean, she didn't want to, but you could tell it was naturally kind of coming out. And, you know, she's having a hard time, you know, being in her position, you know, knowing what she did to herself and to her life. That's hard, you know, and regardless of whether she's a mom or not, as a person, she's going through things. And I do sympathize with her on that because, you know, life is hard. It really is. It really is. And not everybody knows how to juggle their personal struggles with being a parent. So, you know, I'm going to pray for Jade's mom too. And I hope she gets back on her feet. But I also hope that she stops relying on Jade so heavily, because Jade is her own person and she has her own family and her own issues. And, you know, there's no way that their relationship will get better unless Jade's mom gets better within herself. Okay? But Jade decides she wants to go back to school. She wants to be an esthetician and go to beauty school. So that's a good thing, you know. Jade's tired of her job and she's tired of everything being on her, and she just wants to try to get a career and stuff. And so that's great. So I hope everything works out with her going to school. I hope she passes with all A's and she is the best esthetician in her state. Okay? So, you know, I'm happy for Jade, and I hope things work out, and I hope her mom gets on her feet so that she can be a better woman within herself, and then hopefully one day their relationship will be better, her and Jade's. So we're gonna move on. Okay, so last but not least, we're on Brianna. So Brianna gets state insurance and decides to go see a therapist to talk about how, you know, everything that's been going on with her in the past few years and how she feels and all the shit. And I'm happy. Like, you guys don't understand. When you're going through things, like seriously, and it's to the point where you're unhappy within yourself, and it's like no matter what you do, you know, you just always have this funk. Or when you still have emotions and you still feel some type of way about, you know, trauma or things you've been through, and it's like you still have it and you just decide to brush it under the rug, but you know deep down inside you still haven't healed from it. You know, when things like that happens and you feel like that, it's like you should go to counseling. You should go to therapy. And a lot of us don't do it. We don't. We could have just witnessed our best friend be murdered and not go to counseling. We could have just gotten raped and not go to counseling. We could have just gotten beaten like real bad and decide not to go to counseling. But it's like, why? You know you're hurting. You know you just went through trauma and you feel traumatized. You know you're emotionally distraught. You know you're unhappy. Go to counseling, honey. Go to therapy. That's what it's for, to help us to be better, to feel better within ourselves. You know, we gotta do it. Like, and I'm so proud. Like, every time these girls go to therapy, I'm always gonna, because it just makes me happy to see people wanting to do better for themselves, to make themselves feel better. You know, it's great to have a good career. It's great to be rich. It's great to have money, to have cars, to have nice houses, to have bad bitches, to have good dick. It's great to have all those things. But you know what's even better to have? Your own self-love. Peace within yourself. Those things money can't buy. Those things nobody in this world can give to you but you. I don't, you know, like, that shit's so important. We don't even realize it, but that shit's so important, to have your own self-love. To love yourself unconditionally. To have love within yourself, for yourself. To have peace within yourself. To wake up and feel peace. Not feel angry. Not feel hurt. Not to feel traumatized. Not to feel all this shit bottled up. But to feel peace. To be happy, to live. Don't y'all want that? Go to therapy if you don't got it. Please. We need to do it. We need to take care of ourselves as people. And I'm just happy Brianna did it. I'm happy. So she went and, you know, she talked to the therapist about her life and about, you know, how she feels. And, you know, she uncovered and discovered, and maybe she already knew, but, you know, that she's unhappy and wants to feel secure within herself. And a lot of people feel this same way and don't even realize it. Some do, and some don't. Some people are walking around unhappy, angry, feeling insecure within themselves and don't even know it. You know? So I'm glad she went to therapy, and I'm glad she was able to recognize it, and she's doing what she can to do better from here. And, you know, she tells her mom about the therapy session, and she says she wants to go back and continue. And so I'm glad she plans on doing that. And I know, like, I'm on the last girl, so I'm, like, hella late. But if y'all hear noise in the background, it's my fan. I don't know. I just had to say that because I just realized I had my fan on this whole video. And if you've been watching this video from up till now, I really fuck with you. We here, okay? Because I know this video is dummy long. I really didn't want this video to be that long, but I really had to get into Kayla because there was a lot going on with that. But yeah, I'm proud of Brianna for going to therapy, and I'm glad she wants to continue. The mom, you know, starts talking to her about how she is, you know, they're gonna need more money, and they're gonna probably have to get a roommate because, you know, with Robert being gone, and then, you know, just the fact that they live check to check, they need more money to keep the bills up and shit. So, you know, we'll see what happens with that. But then, sadly, Brianna ends up losing her job because I guess, you know, she has to take time off sometimes to watch Brayson, and after so many absences or tardies or whatever it is that she had, I guess her job was like, you can't work here no more. Which fucking sucks. It's unfortunate, and it fucking sucks, you know. It fucking sucks because it's like, damn, you know. It wasn't like she was just not going to work to party, you know. She had to watch her son. But at the same time, life isn't easy and life isn't fair. And a lot of times, there's going to be times where shit happens that you can't control. So, I pray she does find another job soon, and I wish nothing but the best for her. And I'm glad she's going to therapy, and I really hope she continues, and I hope we see her going in more therapy, or even if we don't see it, I hope she does continue to go, because therapy is needed, and a lot of people need it, and they don't even know it. So I commend her for doing it. That's pretty much all I got on Brianna, and that's pretty much all we got on these girls tonight. This was the season finale. There was a lot to uncover. A lot happened this season. This season was really real. It really was. Season 1 was pretty good, and I was here for it. And I was like, yes, Team Mom, I'm here for you. I like you. Team Mom, Young and Pregnant, yes. But this season, oh, it got real. It got real, okay? We seen some domestic violence. We seen some drug abuse. We heard Bar was having alcohol problems. I really didn't know that. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Bar shook me. I was not expecting Bar to go where he went this season. I was not expecting that. Like I said, Ashley's life turned real quick. I was not expecting this to happen. I really wasn't. And, you know, a lot of shit happened this season. It got real this season. And, you know, the reunion's coming on Monday, and I will be reviewing that. So stay tuned for that. So like I said, sorry this video was hella long, but it's the season finale and we had to get into some shit. I had to get into Kayla's whole shit, and I had to spend a little time on Ashley's shit too. But, you know, we had to get into some shit. Yeah. I hope you guys fuck with me. I'm glad if you do. I fuck with you. If you fuck with me, you did. And, you know, subscribe to my channel if you have not already. And if you like this video, go ahead and like it. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, comment down below and let me know. And subscribe to this channel, you know, if you fuck with me, if you like this video, if you like videos like this. You know, the season is over, but I do plan on still doing reviews to the new season. When the season comes out again, I will continue to do reviews. And maybe if there's another show coming out that's interesting and I like, I'll probably review that too. And I always do reviews, reactions on my channel and all this shit. So, you know, subscribe to my channel if you fuck with me. And I'll be back next week to review the reunion. I'll see you guys very soon, and good night.